Hi guys, it's your girl Tanya once again, and I am back with another video. So today is round 2 of our 12 days of foundation. Today we are going to be featuring the foundation from Beauty Bakerie, which is their Cake Mix foundation. First of all, let me just start by saying Cake Mix foundation's packaging. Beauty Bakerie has the packaging down to a T. Like, their packaging is amazing. So yeah, let me just show you this guy here. It's in the shade 15, and my thoughts really changed on this foundation. I'm really shocked. So if you guys want to know my thoughts, me applying the foundation and all of that, stay right here. Alright you guys, so today is the second day of the 12 days of foundation. I am going to use, like I said in the beginning of the video, and we'll be using the Beauty Bakerie Cake Mix foundation. I have used this foundation before, and I've only used it once, and we'll get into why I've only used it once later into the video. But let's just talk about the packaging first. So freaking cute. So I got the shade 15, and I didn't buy their oil because I have dry skin, so I'm gonna use the Tarte Maracuja oil. I don't know if I'm saying that right. If I'm not, don't come for me in the comments or anything like that. Leave it how you would say it in the comments. So I'm going to use that instead of their oil. Like I said, I didn't purchase it, but I did purchase the Cake Mix foundation. One thing I like about these foundations, I have to say, if you guys don't know about Beauty Bakerie and their whole backstory, you know, really Google it and find out, because it's a really cool story with Cashmere, who is the CEO of Beauty Bakerie. But the colors, the darker shades, are not in the higher numbers. The darkest shade is 1. So I got shade 15, and this is what it looks like. I really like the packaging on this guy. It's very luxe looking. I love the rose gold. It's just very nice looking. So I really enjoy that by using it. So I'm just going to give it a little shake here. I'm going to go ahead and apply the oil too. I did moisturize my skin, and I used the Boscia Glotion, and as you can see, I've been using this guy. I like to use it when I use matte foundations. I like to use a moisturizer that has a little bit of a glow to it. Because I am using a matte foundation, I don't want my face to look completely, you know, life sucked out of me. But yeah, so just gonna go in with a little bit of this oil. They said that's supposed to help it blend better, so we'll see. So I'm just gonna use that much. I'm just gonna moisturize it and rub it into my skin. I got a little friend here that decided to come for the video too. I actually just got over a breakout, which was here, and it left a little scar. And I was like, oh yeah, my skin's probably clearing up now, and lo and behold, his buddy came for the party. So, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use a brush for this guy. This is waterproof, so I wouldn't suggest using a beauty blender with oil, with water in it. This foundation is a really weird kind of texture, so I'm just gonna give it 2 pumps. I think that should be enough. And this is what it looks like, just so you know. And as you can see, it's kind of a runny consistency because it's kind of running down there, but we digress. This is pretty full coverage, just so you know. And you really should work in sections when doing this foundation because it dries pretty fast. So I'm just gonna go in here, and it looks like it's a little light, but it oxidizes. So we'll just get started on it. I feel like the shade match, I really did pretty good for matching it online. So I think I did good. And like I said, you gotta kind of work fast with this guy, because once it dries down, it's dry. And it's no move to it. And like I said, I just kind of work in sections because I feel like that's the best way to apply this foundation. This foundation is a demi matte. I do like the foundation a lot as far as coverage and whatnot. I felt like when I first bought it, it was a little heavy on my skin. Right now, I'm not feeling anything. I don't know what happened that day, if maybe, because I used a little bit of a different oil. I used the Smashbox Primer Oil when I first used it, and I wasn't feeling it with that. But the Maracuja oil from Tarte seems to be making it feel a little bit lighter on the skin, which I'm about that life, because like I said, it made me feel like there we go. Yeah, color range, I feel like it's so good on this guy. For me anyway, I feel like the color really worked. I didn't put any other primer on with this because I just didn't want it to feel so heavy, and like I said, when I first applied it, it was pretty heavy and I just wasn't feeling it, but it doesn't feel that way today, so okay, I'm about it. So as you can see, it probably has oxidized a little, but I feel like it oxidized right to my shade. But I'm gonna go ahead and use the Bakerie concealer as well to conceal under eye, and let me go grab it really quick and I'll be right back. So I grabbed the Bakerie concealer because I have that as well. I'm trying to keep, when I'm doing this 12 days of foundation, if I have the concealer that goes with the foundation, I will be using the concealer that goes with it, just because I feel that sometimes the concealers work really well with the foundations. So I have the concealer for this, so I will be using it. It's in the shade You're Beautiful. They didn't really come out with a lot of shades for the concealers, but I was pretty surprised at how this worked, and I'll just give you a little swatch of the shade because that's what made me like really weird about it, because it's like a very neutral tone, and so I wasn't sure, you know, how that was gonna work. But as you can see, it's kind of neutrally, and this is the same as the Bakerie foundation, the Cake Mix foundation. You kind of have to work quick. This is not a concealer that you can leave sitting under your eyes and, you know, chill out. This is also not a concealer that I would use to put on top of my eyelids like I normally do with concealers, because the texture of this guy is just a little different, and it's got a very tacky kind of texture to it. but it dries down so fast. Like, you really have to move fast with these guys. I'm using a brush. Typically I would use a beauty blender, but I find that when you put water with these products, or any kind of a dampness, it lifts the product, so it just doesn't work as good. So it just does not make my eyes. Alright, so I am going to set this foundation, well, set the concealer, and I will be back with the overall look and my thoughts on the Beauty Bakerie foundation. So this is the overall look for the Beauty Bakerie foundation. So my thoughts have changed a little bit about this foundation. And I feel like it is because I used the Marigahuja oil, and I know I'm butchering this, but I feel like I used this time instead of using the I used the Smashbox primer oil last time when I wore it, and I actually was gonna give this foundation a bad review. I felt like it was so heavy on my skin. It just was, I couldn't wait to take it off. Like, I literally could feel it sitting on top of my skin. And I'm feeling that it was the primer oil, because it doesn't feel that way this time at all. Like, I don't feel it. And the foundation looks beautiful. It's giving me a glow. It is a demi matte, and as you can see, my homeboy, he's still here too for the party, but it's all good. But I feel like this foundation is really, really pretty. I think definitely I would use either this oil or the oil that they recommended, which is their brand, to use if you have dry skin. But I feel like anybody could wear this. Like, it looks so good. So, but overall, I really like this foundation now. I had, like I said, I wore it one time, wasn't a fan, put it on my shelf, never wore it again. I'm glad I gave it a second chance because the coverage is beautiful. The color is on point. Like, this is probably one of the foundations that literally match my skin to a T. And can we talk about the packaging of this guy? The packaging for Beauty Bakerie is so freaking stellar. This guy is super cute. Like, I'm just keeping this in general because I just want to display it. It's so damn innovative and cute. I love it. So if you guys are new to the Tonya channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I put out new content. If you're interested in this eye look, I do have a video for it as well, and I will link it in the description box below. Yeah, so, oh, and you know, if you want to be part of my family, the Tonya family, we'd love to have you here. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. You could have went to anybody else's video, but you came here, so I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys in my next one. Peace.